Alrighty guys, it's me Ash, and I hope you're having a fantastic and beautiful day wherever you are, wherever you might be. Now I had a very powerful, I connected with the sacred mushrooms again recently, a couple of weeks ago. Sat with these beautiful, beautiful sacred mushrooms that I've been working with for quite a long time now. And it was easily the most powerful journey that I've ever been on. I've done probably more than 30 now. Deep journeys with this medicine, this sacred medicine, and every time it's just so different, and it's just becomes more and more profound. And I've written down some notes that I'm gonna share with you about the journey. So the time since the last couple of weeks now since that journey, and it was just a 2-gram dose. It wasn't even a big dose. I have done 8-gram doses in the past. That is the highest that I've gone to. What it really taught me was that you don't really need to keep increasing the dose to take it deeper. Okay, I think that was probably a bit of ego in me from in the past, wanting to just go up and up and up. Okay, it really taught me and showed me this medicine that you don't need a big dose of this, and a 2-gram dose was more than enough. A very powerful experience. So the time since, well, pretty much I feel like I've been permanently living in the 5D state of consciousness, not even for a microsecond, apart from maybe when I'm sleeping, okay, because I can't remember, every minute that I'm sleeping. I am remembering a lot of dreams, okay, but, so setting aside when I'm sleeping, every waking moment that I'm awake feels like I'm living in the 5D state of consciousness. I am connected to unity consciousness, and spirit is channeling through me in a deep way in every moment since this journey. It's only been 2 weeks. And I've achieved so much in that 2 weeks. I've had huge business expansion and clarity about my offerings. I've had a huge increase in general energy and focus, like at least 10-fold, and I'm not joking, a 10-fold increase in my energy. And probably my mental clarity and focus is probably more than 100-fold. I'm not joking. This is how powerful this journey was. And it feels like I've had quite a few little mini Kundalini awakenings, which is how I would describe them in the past, over the past probably 6-7 years. This is easily the biggest, and I call them mini Kundalini awakenings, that I've had by far. And I think it's got a lot to do with the powerful intentions that I put into this medicine. And I waited. I didn't rush into. It's been quite a while since I've danced with this medicine and sat in ceremony with this medicine. I didn't rush into it. I just waited because the medicine calls you to come and play with it and dance with it and sit with it. I waited for that, and then I waited until I was really grounded within myself before I sat with that medicine. And I thought deeply about my intentions and what I wanted to get out of sitting in the ceremony with the medicines. And I put in place some very powerful intentions leading up to this ceremony, and even the many weeks beforehand I was working hard on my meditation practice, my yoga practice, getting myself in the best position I could be, and that has made a huge difference this time. My sleep has reduced significantly to an average of 5 to 6 hours a night. Previously, I was sleeping 8 to 9 hours a night. So I've cut, on average, 3 hours off my sleep, yet my energy is 10-fold to what it was before this journey. So I'm waking up and I've got abundant energy all throughout the day, okay? Even though I'm sleeping, on average, about 3 hours less. And I've got way more mental clarity and focus. It's like I'm in a permanent and perpetual flow state for the entire 2 weeks since I've done this journey. I've got feelings of contentment, deep peace, and overwhelming gratitude for all things. And I've got feelings of deep love for all things. And this hasn't wavered since this journey, not one bit. My cold plunging daily, which I've been doing for about 8 weeks now, has become much more easy, thanks to my body being more highly primed for things like this. I've really deepened that practice. It's become a really deep meditation since this journey. My yoga practice has also had a major breakthrough, going so much deeper with my breath and with the poses. It's probably, it's got to be like at least a 5-fold increase. It's a major breakthrough. I'm moving tension and tightness through my body and stretching areas that I just wasn't able to access before this. I've had some powerful releases from this medicine that's allowed me to go deeper into these poses in yoga and deepen my yoga and meditation practice. I've been meditating a lot deeper as well and more often. Every day I've been meditating, which I wasn't doing beforehand. I was struggling to find the time to prioritize it. But now it's just easily, organically happening, which is beautiful. Conversations with people, particularly the people I work with, has gone to a drastically deeper level. I'm holding people through major trauma at the moment, and I'm doing this much more easily than I was before this journey. I'm also guiding people more deeply into the present moment and holding them in a really tight container of energy to allow them to heal. So my ability to hold space for people has just gone through the roof. And whereas before the journey, I've had some clients with really deep trauma, and I've felt a little bit unsettled, maybe later that day or the next day. But now I'm holding quite a lot of people, and I've had a lot of new business and people coming to me during this time. I'm holding a lot more trauma and deeper trauma, but it's not unsettling me in any way. In fact, I'm feeling stronger from working with these people and holding them in this container, which is just amazing. Just shows you the power of this medicine. My connection with sacred cannabis and sacred cacao has also been taken to a whole new level. When I was sitting with cacao recently, and this was at an event that we had with Makita, we did a cold plunge ice bath event recently. This was only maybe 10 days ago. We were sitting with cacao, and Makita was taking us through the cacao ceremony, and I had these visions of this figure. It was some kind of entity with a sort of an upside down triangle head, kind of like the head of an ant. And it was this beautiful figure. It was so stunning. And I was sitting with cacao, and I felt this deep sense of peace and contentment. And I had this vision, and to me it seemed like in that moment that was the spirit of the cacao that was communicating with me in that moment. Now I'm not sure. I'm going to continue to deepen my connection with that and explore that, but I felt like I had a glimpse of meeting the spirit of sacred cacao, which was really beautiful. And I've just been going so deep with sacred cacao lately. So deep. And the cannabis too. I've had a couple of, I think I've sat once with sacred cannabis since this journey and had a very deep experience, and again felt very deeply connected with the spirit of that plant as well when I did that. Now I planted the seeds of intention also to heal some relationships that have previously held trauma within my family. So that's very powerful, and I know that's going to be deeply healing. Probably over the coming months, I've been waiting. I've had some relationships, I'll say it's with my mum, my dad, and one of my sisters. There's a bit of trauma. There's a lot of trauma there that needs to be worked through, and I've set the powerful intention to move that through. And I've already reached out and started that process to start making it happen, and that's going to be a powerful release when it does happen, because there's some deep ancestral trauma there for me and my family. I've started using the didgeridoo for sound healings in my yoga sessions with some powerful results so far, helping people to have releases and move trauma through. Prior to the ceremony, I didn't feel confident using the didge in ceremony with people. But now it's like I've been doing it for 30 years. And it's been really cool, really powerful. So using some didgeridoo medicine, it's been activated inside of me. I've developed a tireless work ethic and been able to manifest projects and content, etc. with ease. So I had some blockages earlier this year. Like I've been in a good place for most of this year, but I did have some blockages that came. I've been triggered a couple of times this year at different points, and they blocked some creativity and my energy, affected my energy negatively. So now, the last 2 weeks, I've been working sometimes 15 plus hours a day, creating content, working with people, manifesting projects, and I've still got abundant energy. I'm not tired at the end of the day. It's just blowing me away how productive I've been in this last 2 weeks, how much I've achieved. Some mornings I've woken up at 1 a.m. and worked for 7 hours, and then maybe done a bit of yoga and meditation as well before my kids have woken up, and then still had abundant energy all throughout the day and continued working, and maybe gone for a nature walk, and I've been doing so many things just in one day, whereas previously sometimes I feel like it wasn't enough time in the day for me to do everything I wanted to do, whereas now I'm just smashing through so many things, manifesting all these beautiful things and being creative, and it's fucking easy versus a struggle. It was previously been a bit of a struggle at times, and it's just fucking easy at the minute, which is just beautiful. I've connected deeper with my garden and been more active in my garden and doing things much more efficiently. I bought a few punnets of seedlings a few days ago. Sometimes, like earlier this year, I bought seedlings and they've sat there for 2 weeks because I'm like, I don't have the energy to go put them in, and they just sit there. I bought seedlings, I came home, in 10 minutes I'd put them in the ground. Straight in, I was like, no, I know where they're going, here, in, connect with the earth, put them in, send them a bit of love, watered them in, 10 minutes. Like, everything is becoming really easy and efficient. I've felt spirit channeling through me in a very deep way since this journey. Spirit is definitely with me in each moment. I can feel him deeply, and I've got my own personal relationship with spirit, which we all do, and he is with me right now, and he has been with me for the past 2 weeks non-stop. I feel like that bridge has been built, and it's now a very strong bridge for me at the moment. Previously the bridge was a bit rickety, it was broken in places, sometimes the bridge has been severed, and the connection wasn't there at times, but now it feels like this bridge has had a refurb, and it's just the strongest bridge that you've ever seen. That's what it feels like. It's magic. When I'm working with people, I'm often having out-of-body experiences where I still feel grounded and connected to my body, but I allow myself to get out of the way and let spirit channel messages through to the people I'm working with, and that's powerful. And again, I've had people have some powerful releases, and I've been holding them really tightly, and I've been having these out-of-body experiences where I become an observer of what I'm doing. I'm still connected to my body and feel grounded, but I just let spirit channel through. And I think that's why I'm not feeling fatigued, because it doesn't feel like I'm doing the work. Even though I'm seeing a lot of people throughout the week, it doesn't feel like I'm physically doing the work. I'm just getting out of the way and letting spirit channel through. So my work is not fatiguing me because I'm not physically, it's spirit channeling through. And that just feels so powerful. It feels like I can achieve anything. And I'm having a lot of visions about future projects and manifestations and future work that I'm going to be doing, which is just on such a big scale. I've got a vision of a $5 million plus health and wellness center with multiple yoga studios, a garden, ice bath, cold plunge, sauna, plant medicine rooms, private rooms for therapy, for journeys. What else is there going to be? Like an outdoor yoga shala, a nice car park, be on a bit of acreage, so there'll be beautiful trees, and there'll be some animals. There might be some horses around. Might be some chickens. It'll be self-sufficient, off-grid. There'll be accommodation for people to stay there too. Like, I've got this clear vision of this powerful $5 million plus facility. So, and it already feels like it's been done. Like, I think I just have to get out of the way, and this is going to happen. So I have no attachment to this happening or any of these things happening, but I see clear visions of it, and it feels to me like it's already been done. And all I need to do is get out of the way and let spirit channel through, and he'll take care of it for me, and it'll happen, and it'll be beautiful, and I can just enjoy what it is and whatever. So looking forward to that one. If you live in Ballarat, then get excited for that one. I feel like it's coming in the next 12 months. Maybe sooner. I'm feeling much more connected with my kids, my wife, and I've become a better space holder for them and their healing. I've also developed a practice out of nowhere, which is the practice of prayer, which I've never done before, apart from the odd prayer here and there. But I've been praying regularly, channeling specific love and healing energy to people that I know need deep healing. And that is a profound practice. So I'm taking that deep. So if you work with me or you're a friend of mine, you may have felt this come to you in the past week. So just tune into that if you have felt something come from me to you energetically through the quantum field. That was me sending you a prayer, praying on your behalf for love and healing. Now, I pulled an oracle card on the day. It was the Avalon Priestess, which was all about intuitive awakening, which was really powerful. And the mantra or the affirmation for that was, I safely activate my intuitive gifts and I see sacred truths. That was very powerful. I want to talk about, I had this like a vision. It was very visionary, a lot of hallucinating, a lot of sacred geometrical patterns, which were beautiful. One thing that was really powerful was I had this, it felt like maybe an hour, but in the mushroom world, things happen very quickly and they seem like you're there for a long time because you're in the timeless realm. But anyway, I found myself in the journey in a secret garden, which was in my own mind. And I knew that this was somewhere where I could visit anytime I needed to. If I ever felt unsettled, just say, like I even word, like just say, like I ended up somewhere like in prison or anywhere like that. Just say like I had this knowing that I could access this secret garden in my own mind, a place of deep healing and love. No matter where I was, no matter what situation I was in, no matter how horrific, if I ended up in a war or being imprisoned or whatever it is, like it was this beautiful sacred garden and it was the shape of a mushroom. It was quite a big mushroom. And then it had little mushroom seats underneath. There was about 7 little mushroom seats and they were all empty. And there was a beautiful garden around it, just a beautiful magical garden. It was a beautiful space. And I had this knowing that I could go there anytime I wanted to, just take a seat. And there was also seats there for other people, if other people wanted to come and join me. And it felt like they were open to like ancestors or spirit animals, or maybe people who have passed on, and want to come and visit me. Like it felt like, it was just a beautiful little intimate setting, a little safe space for me that I created in my own mind, and I knew that I could go and visit that whenever I needed to in the future. And that was really powerful, because sometimes we feel like we've got nowhere safe to go, like we can't escape. But like if we can create that in our own mind, it's a very powerful thing to have. It looked like, I said that. I got a massive cuddle from Pachamama, and I was taken back to the place where I picked the sacred mushrooms. I connected deeply with the land in which these mushrooms had grown. That was really special, just connected deeply to the sacred country where I'd found these mushrooms. I received some guidance on how to better hold space for the people I'm currently working with. I even got like clear, specific, I had visions of me working with people, and Spirit was showing me what questions to ask people and how to hold them and what to say to them to help take them deeper. And I put that into practice even the couple of days after the journey, and it was immensely powerful. I had people crying, having releases, doing deep healing, and that was incredibly beautiful. So the mushrooms are guiding me on the work that I'm doing, the mushrooms and Spirit, and just by sitting in ceremony, I get this guidance, this ancient guidance. Beautiful. I got guidance on taking people deeper into the present moment, which I sort of mentioned earlier. And it guided me on using more the sacred elements to help people here. So earth, fire, water, air. So I made some posters, which you can see here actually, just to my... I put them up since then because I'm encouraging people to sit with their emotions, lean into them, and then once they feel them, connect with the sacred elements and think about which one resonates, feel which one resonates, and then explore ways, say if it's water, How can you use sacred element of water to move your trauma through the body? Can you go to the beach, put your feet in the water? Can you go to a local stream? Can you do a cold plunge? Can you use the shower that you've got at home? Can you go out in the rain? What else? Whatever it is. Can you wipe the dew off the grass and wash it on your face in the morning as a cleansing ritual? So I'm using the sacred elements to help, and I got that clear guidance from the medicine from this ceremony. I saw really familiar sacred geometrical patterns in the beginning of this journey, but this time inside the sacred geometrical patterns, I could see Jesus. And he wasn't just one Jesus, there was many, many Jesus, probably 100 or more in these sacred geometrical patterns that I could see. I got guidance on becoming more of a gatekeeper of sacred medicines and protecting the sacred medicines, and with the work that I'm doing in coaching people to build a healthy relationship with sacred medicines, making sure that they know they must honour the medicine. And if I don't feel that people are going to honour the medicine, then definitely make sure that that person doesn't go near that medicine or encourage them strongly not to. So the medicine was just asking me to protect it a bit as well, to make sure it doesn't get misused. I got guidance on in ceremonial Wakenu, it said, ask people why they feel called to these medicines. Like get really clear on that with the person when you first meet someone, if they're inquiring about sacred medicine work or whatever. You know, ask them why they're called to this medicine and why this medicine over other medicines, and find their intentions so you can protect the medicines from people who might misuse them. I had a realization that I need to worship my wife a lot more, Ali. She's a divine goddess with sacred healing potential powers. So every day it was very clear, I need to worship her more. And I think I do that a bit, but what was coming through was you need to do it a lot more. So I've been really focusing on worshipping my wife, Ali, a lot more and holding deeper space for her. And then the bridge, which I mentioned, it was a rainbow bridge, this bridge between me and spirit. And so there was this beautiful rainbow bridge, and I kept saying things like, I am the bridge. I always explore the question of who am I in these journeys, and I couldn't find a better answer than just, if I ask myself, who am I? I couldn't find a better answer than, I am the bridge. How powerful is that? I am the bridge. This beautiful rainbow bridge between this 3D world and the 5D world that connects unity consciousness with with the world that we live in. Just this regular world where most people are just going to jobs they don't like each day and having their, a bit of leisure time in the evening and on weekends, and their 4 weeks annual leave, but a lot of that time spent watching TV. That is the world. It's a majority of the world, the 3D world. It's pretty sad and depressing, but it was really powerful to just have this sort of knowing that I'm the bridge between this world and 5D unity consciousness. So that's it, guys. Talked for longer than I wanted to. I was going to keep this under 10 minutes, but it was so profound. I had to share that with you guys. Hope it resonates. Man, these mushrooms are powerful, so powerful and so beautiful and deep, and I honor them and revere them on such a deep level. Words cannot describe. I know I've just used words to describe my experience, but that is just the tip of the iceberg compared to what I'm feeling in every cell of my body and every fiber of my being. That is the tip of the iceberg. It goes way deeper than that. If you thought what the words that I just used to describe that, if you thought they were profound, times that by 1,000, and that's what I'm feeling in my body. Now, if you want to come and do some work with me, private counselling, do it over the phone, video call. If you live here in Ballarat, you can come and visit me at my home office space. Office doesn't sound like the right word. In my container. If you want to come and sit in my container so I can hold you for deep healing, just head to www.zazenfitness.com. That is spelled Zazen fitness.com. Okay. Or you can head to the link. Yeah, you can go there. Like, you can book online with me. It's super easy. If you want shamanic healing, if you want private counselling and mentorship, if you want some sacred medicine coaching, if you want to do a full day journey with me here, full day meditation and yoga, and if you want to do private yoga, if you want to do private meditation, if you want to do private cold plunge, or if you want to, I've got events upcoming as well, so you're welcome to come to some of my upcoming events. I've got a couple of events upcoming in the next, 6 or 5 weeks even, because I'm going overseas for a few weeks in June. So just reach out if you want to connect, if you would like, if what I've said resonates, and if you'd like to explore some things with me as your space holder and your guide on this journey of life, this beautiful, magical journey. I don't have anything else to say, guys, so I'll leave you there. Lots of love, if you're watching this right now, I'm just channeling some love and healing energy to you right now. So please just be open to receiving that. Allow that to just enter your body for a moment and just feel that deeply. And that's my little prayer to you in this moment. And I hope that you find what you're looking for. The answers to the questions that you seek. You will. Just a matter of time. Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next video.